Guys, I'm a huge fan of stretching. This is we're gonna run through this. The next 5 minutes is gonna be dedicated to my every workout stretch. All right, I do this every time before I go and I hit the weights. I start up in my head. I do a lot of neck rolls. I engage my traps. I flex my muscles, okay? This is a dynamic stretching. I'm moving through space. I'm keeping those muscles tightened. As opposed to a static stretch where you're just pulling on one thing and holding it. I feel like this is a much better way for injury prevention and a quicker way to warm up. Flexing the muscles and moving through space. I go up and down with my head. I do some chin tucks. They look stupid, but it's definitely nice, especially if you're someone who has like kind of a tight jaw and face. Some shoulder rolls. A lot of people don't warm up their shoulders well enough, and they incur shoulder injuries. So we'll go through a lot of shoulder stretches. All right, then I move into flies here, right? Alright, we'll go across the chest here. This is going to hit not just your shoulders, but your triceps. And you'll even feel it in your lats. You can kind of move around and rock a little bit. Yeah, I mean, if you're doing sports and you're not warming up, you're just going to get fucked, period. So, alright, so other side here. Okay, so we did the upper body stretching. Now we're going to move into the torso. Rotational, okay? If you're gonna get injured, it's gonna be rotating, right? So you have to make sure that's where you spend the time warming up. So I had my arms out and I just feet planted in the ground, fairly static, rotating my torso and my hips back and forth. Now what you can do, you can even bend over and perform these, right? Kind of reach towards one leg and back and forth. It's going to take a little bit of some flexibility to get to the point where you're doing it right, but I benefit from these big time because I'm the kind of person who my adductors, the insides of my legs get really tight, so I spent some time stretching out my adductors. You're going to learn what is going to get really tight on you, and you have to make sure you loosen it up properly. So now just some standing hip thrusts. I move back and forth. Now I'll do a stiff-legged sumo. Oh, and now I'm hitting my hamstrings big time. With your hands, go like this, right? Your palms facing upward. This is gonna really open up your shoulders and your back. So that's what we're gonna do. We're gonna go down, we're gonna touch the ground, and then come up with palms facing upward overhead. It's a great whole body stretch. Hip twists. Let me read chat. No weight Wednesday. Everyone here can work out. Hip thrusts are very important, especially if you want to engage in intercourse. Okay, hitting the quads. So you'll get to a point where you have the balance and you can just do something like this. You know, you can do both arms on the leg. Then you can actually move into doing some posture. Some posturing movements, some yoga type of shit when you're stretching your quads. I definitely like pulling my quad through different spaces, not just holding it. You know, there's a lot of muscle endings that tie into your knee and your hips, so kind of moving it around a little bit is just going to help you even more. Alright, so that is my dynamic stretching. that's generally what I always go through. Starting up with my head and moving all the way down through my torso and my legs. Now I feel pretty loosened up, I feel pretty good. I'm a little bit warmer now, heart rate's up a little bit.